All right, what better place to do this recording but in my closet because this is where I go. All right, what better place to do this recording but in my closet because this is where I go to read my devotional and read my Bible and talk to God or pray to God, even though I pray and talk to God everywhere else, but you should at least have some kind of quiet place to just be calm and be still. And this is my sanctuary. So I just want to share with you some of the things that I'm going to be doing throughout the year to help me draw closer to God. And just a disclaimer, you do not need no long agenda of how to get closer to God. If you have a Bible, that's all you need. That's really all you need. This right here will draw you closer to God. Reading His Word, understanding His Word, and basically talking to Him as if you're talking to anyone, as if I'm talking to my phone right now, talking to you. You're building a relationship. You're not trying to build this fantasy world of, oh, look at me and all the pretty things around me as I read my Bible and speak to God. Like he doesn't care about all that. He just wants you and him. That's it. That's it. No other theatrics are needed. But yeah, I have the King James Version. This is the Cross Reference Study Bible. It has really good cross references in there for helping people study. They break down the verses, the chapters, the books of the Bible. And I've haven't read through this one fully, so that's why I'm kind of not really challenging myself, but praying that I'll get through the whole Bible. I'm not starting at the beginning, you guys. I am flip-flopping all over the place. Wherever I feel that I need to focus on, that's where I'm going to focus on. Throughout my life, I have read through the whole Bible. Do I remember everything I've read? Of course not. I do not remember. But as I get into the different books and verses, they do come and ring a bell in my mind, some more than others because I've heard them repeatedly across, like going to church or listen to online services and stuff like that. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I have the Joseph Prince app. This is the devotional app, and they just changed something on the app where you can do a devotional twice a day. So first thing in the morning, and then at night in the evening, whatever time before you go to bed, you can do that. And I found that to be a good way for me because I know first thing in the morning my mind is just on go. These are the things I need to do. Let me go ahead and do those things. And so taking the time, especially like once I take my son to the bus stop, I come back and my oldest son leave for school. That's when I can, like, okay, it's quiet in the house. Let me go to my little cubby hole and just focus on God before I try to touch anything else. That's social media, that's text messages, and whatever things I missed on yesterday. Zone in because I want God to help me throughout my day. Like, I don't want myself to be so focused on what I need to do and to get overwhelmed that I get frustrated or I don't do the things I need to do, which could still happen. But I want to be at peace while I'm doing things and not stressed out. So putting God at the forefront of my mind before I tackle those things, I know that He's going to help guide me through those tasks I have set for my day and do it in a way that I don't feel stressed out or overwhelmed while I'm doing it. So that's why I'm going to be using Joseph Prince devotional in the morning, and then of course the last thing on my mind so that I can actually sleep and and rest. Going back into the Word at nighttime and praying before you go to bed, I will always recommend that, so that your thoughts can be at peace, so you can get a good night's rest. Okay, the next thing I have here, I've always had some type of journal that I will write in. This one is I am with you always. So inside of here is verses. So they have verses for each page. For it's supposed to be a page for every day of the year. I kind of got late starting in it, so I'm not gonna worry about trying to catch up. I'm just gonna start where I started and keep going from there. But I'm going to be using this along with my devotionals. So when I read the Bible, I'll write down something, whether it's something I want to remember or something like a question I'll ask myself. I'll do that in this devotional book. And yeah, that's it. That's really all I'm going to be using. The Joseph Prince app devotional in the morning and evening time. My Bible here, the Word. And the why can I think the notebook for my journaling. Yeah, so like I say, nothing complicated unless you want to plan out this whole thing of, oh, this is what I'm gonna do this week, this is what I'm gonna do next week. Hey, if that's how you are, if you are a planner like that, then plan until your heart contempts. But no, sometimes I'll make plans to do stuff, and with my happy mind I will drift away from that plan. So I am not, this is almost like my motto for a year. I would not set myself up for failure. I can't do that. Well, I won't do that. But before I come off here, I'm going to read something in here that I think everyone needs to read or needs to hear. But it's just something to keep you steady and keep you focus on why are you doing the things you're doing. Let me just say it that way. So on Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future." Yes, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope in the future. So understand that when we go through trials, we often think like, God, why? You're asking God why, as if He's the one that's putting these trials on you. And this is all learning experiences. You might still think that way, that God put trials on us, but you guys, that's not the case. God don't put trials on us, but He will not allow us to go through things that we cannot handle. So I think people get that kind of mixed up because of that particular verse. Like, He will not put things on you that you can't handle. This world, we're constantly dealing with spirits. We're living a spiritual world, and we're constantly dealing with the spirit and battling the spirit, and we are relying on God to protect us from that spirit realm of things, temptations of doing wrong, making bad decisions, like in that sense. So understanding that God is not here to harm you, that in yourself will let you know when something negative is happening, it's not for God. He's not putting that on your life, but He is there to protect you. So you have to be strong and understand in your faith and know that, hey, God is going to protect me through this hard time. And that is really what gets you through it. That's the faith that you have, knowing that God is there and you're not alone. I know this is going to extend into what I wanted to say, but I feel like maybe somebody needed to hear that. But yeah, remember that verse, write it down, come back to it whenever you feel like, you feel like you need to blame somebody. Don't blame God, you guys. Don't blame God. I've been down that road before saying, why? But he does not want to hear why. Trust me, it's not the why. He wants to hear, thank you, Lord. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm not even going to try to attempt to want to know. I just know that you are with me and you are handling it. Put all that on him. He wants to take control and handle and carry the burden for you. We have to give it to him. He's waiting on you to give it to him. So just let it go. Like, cast it. Cast out your worries. I can't remember what Bible verse says, but cast out your, that's what that's for. Cast it out to him. Let him take charge. Give him the rope. Give him the will. Like, however you want to say it. Understand, Jeremiah 29:11 is definitely a good verse. I might make another video of some really good Bible verses that can help you through times where you feel like you just need something to continue to get you through, because we're human. We have our doubts, we have the stress in life constantly banging at our door. It's a day-to-day thing. That's why getting into the word and reading God's word first thing in the morning and before you go to bed, that is your iron, what can I say? Your iron sword. Let God be your iron sword to slash everything that tries to step in front of you throughout your day. Go ahead and make God be the first thing on your mind, and let God be the first thing to lead you before you even try to tackle something, so that your mind is always already focused on him and knowing that he's going to handle it and he's going to be by your side. So yeah, Jeremiah 29:11. That'll be the verse for today. And for here on out, write it down somewhere, keep it in thought. So if you're feeling down or feeling that you don't have anybody in your corner, you will know that God said, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. All right, you guys, this channel that I have here will mostly be about my journey, my walk with God. I won't have full-blown videos, maybe some, but not as many as my journey here with being an author and getting my work out there. That's the main focus, but I do want to share other aspects of my life that I feel is just as important, which is my walk with God. So if someone is currently in that same stage, we can grow together. Go ahead and leave some Bible verses down below that you feel that have definitely helped you through times. And yeah, let's build this community where we can support each other, build each other up, encourage each other, because I always felt like a community, a supportive community, is one that can, just something that us as humans need. We need support, especially in times where things just feel so negative right now. Staying positive and focusing on the most important things, which is trusting and believing in God, will get you through anything. Trust me, it will. All right, I feel like I'm rambling now, but yeah, go ahead, hype this video, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.